Oh, the feelings behind the feelings. So today's meditation practice. If you do not regularly meditate, I'm gonna highly suggest that you do. But often for most people, it's like, well, meditation's boring, or I'm not really sure what I'm doing, or what's the purpose, or what I'm supposed to be doing, or feeling, or there's a lot of questions that can come up about meditation, and the truth is just sitting there can calm the mind. And I'm going to go into something really deep today, but one common practice is using this like glitter jar, and you shake up the glitter jar and it begins to settle. And that's a common metaphor and visual representation to help people with a very surface level meditation. And I say that because an example I'm going to use today for the feelings behind the feelings is similar but different. That we're not in this practice, and each practice can be different and have a different purpose. In today's practice, we're not just sitting to let emotions settle. That can be a great practice in itself. But if you're sitting and you keep finding yourself moving or thinking about something else, or suddenly discomfort or pain is shifting, and there's just these constant distractions that are in front of you, and you might even notice these in your day-to-day life of thinking about something else that you have to do, and maybe you find yourself like not finishing all the projects, or just kind of lost and even just buzzing around. So essentially not focused. This, I want to start you off with the metaphor of a snow globe. And in most snow globes, there's something in the center. And imagine there's so much snow that as we keep shaking it, we can't see the thing in the center. And our brain and our mind and our subconscious is going, I don't want you to see what's in the center, because in the center is that thing that might cause you pain. And your brain, its job is to keep you safe and to keep you out of pain as much as possible. And it's funny because it's created all of these, and I say funny as in ironic, it's created all of these things to keep you safe based on the programming that the outside world and yourself has given it. That's too much to go into at this moment. But it can be contradictory. That's the main point I want you to have, that it might not fully feel like it makes sense. And so we are shaking, and our mind is shaking, and our subconscious is continuing to shake up this metaphorical snow globe to keep distracting you so that you don't see what's in the center of it, what the feeling behind the feeling is. Because we're having all these feelings, and these feelings are distracting us from that bigger feeling. It might be a feeling, it might be a desire, it might be something that is there that is really taking up space in you, but we're so distracted with all the other things that seem vitally important that we just keep shaking it up and creating the noise. And so for today's practice, giving yourself permission first and foremost to allow the snow to settle so that you can see that. And you're going to have to dialogue with your mind to say, it's okay, I want to see this. And you're going to have to notice the distractions that are coming up in your mind, or often in the physical body as well, where it's like suddenly, oh man, there's this pain in my back that I didn't notice, or ooh, man, I got this little sharp pain in my wrist. And these are things that happened to me today. And allowing it to come up. Now, you might see something, you might not. For me, it was just this dark, shadowy blob. And as I allowed myself to see it, tears just came streaming down my face. And it was more of a feeling rather than this visual. And that can vary for each one of us. Yours might be a color, it might be a shape, it might just be getting there. And yours might find that there's layers before you can see it. Or maybe your mind's going, no, we're not. Continuous practice is like chipping off the edges. And so we are building up our own muscle to that and giving it a try. Because as we can get to the root of those things and release, we get closer to uncovering our pure soul, divine self, which has no attachments. It's just this physical body and this physical experience that does have those attachments. So give it a try, and I'm curious what you find. Maybe you're willing to try it, maybe you're not, maybe that's too much for now, but I'd love to hear your comments.